Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Scott Selections here for Wednesday, December 16th. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a very nice day in college basketball as we ended up sweeping the board. We went 2-0. We won the play of the day video yesterday with Appalachian State and Tennessee, under 130.5 at minus 108 on FanDuel. Money ended up coming in on the over, closed roughly 132, 133. Not really sure why, and the final result pretty much shows why I was confused by the over money, because of the fact that Appalachian State just simply couldn't score against Tennessee's elite defense, finished with less than 40 points, and it's pretty easy to catch the total when one of the teams can't break 40. So a nice easy winner there. And we also gave out Florida State minus the 8 against Georgia Tech on the joint show with Scott Steen at minus 105 on Bet Online, and that was an easy winner. The game was pretty close. I'd say it was within 7 or so with about 5 minutes to go, and then Florida State blew it open and won the game by double digits. So a nice 2-0 day. We're looking for another easy winner here on Wednesday in college basketball. And for today's play of the day, we're going to be looking at an afternoon game. It's going to be taking place at 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be in a matchup between St. Francis, Brooklyn. It might sound like a familiar name because we have taken them in the past. They're going to be taking on Central Connecticut State. And for this matchup, we like a total here. We're going to be going with the over. And the over is currently available at 152.5 at minus 115 on FanDuel, a time recording of 12:49 a.m. Eastern time. A couple reasons why I like the over in this matchup. First of all, these two teams played each other yesterday, and the game totaled 177. This is kind of similar to what happened when we saw Bryant take on St. Francis a week ago or so, and you ended up seeing the matchup with each other back-to-back days. The first matchup totaled 183. Second matchup totaled 184. Odds makers expected the number to drop based on the fact that these teams just played each other. You'd see better defense. That simply just did not happen. I do think that will be a similar script as to what we're going to see in this one. So yesterday's game totaled 177, and the main reason why is because both teams love to play at extremely fast paces, I should say. St. Francis ranks 14th in adjusted offensive tempo according to Ken Palm rankings. Meanwhile, Central Connecticut State ranks 39th in adjusted offensive tempo. So both teams love to go up and down the court as fast as possible. You should see a ton of quick possessions, a ton of free throws, and a ton of transition fast break opportunities, which should lead to a lot of possessions for both teams, which is why you ended up having 177 in yesterday's game. Another thing that is worth mentioning, both teams are awful defensively. St. Francis is allowing 96 points per game, and Central Connecticut's allowing 85.4. So both teams really have not provided any resistance to opposing offenses this season, and I do think that should lead to a nice over in this spot. But the main thing that you have to look at is that yesterday's game totaled 177. I know you might expect a little bit better defense and maybe some fatigue to play a factor, but is that really worth 25 points of differential? I highly doubt that. 177 yesterday. It's at 152.5 now. There's already been a decent amount of over money. Open up 152. It's mostly up to 153, even 153.5 at some spots offshore. FanDuel still is 152.5. This line should probably fly. I know the last time I talked about St. Francis and Bryant, I talked about how this line would fly, and it did. Mention the Bryant total over the weekend, which ended up losing, but I talked about how that would end up flying as well. There's no way this total is going to be bet to the under. This line's going to fly. It should probably go from 152.5 to probably around 157, 158. I really just don't see where the under money is going to come in on when they literally just played to 177 yesterday. So at this current number, I think it's a steal. And for that reason, that's going to be the play of the day. So the play of the day, once again, here for Wednesday, December 16th in college basketball is going to be St. Francis, New York, and Central Connecticut State over the 152.5, which is available on FanDuel at minus 115. That's an installment Scott Selections. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.